Well, good morning. I'm just returning from my morning walk and heading down now to let the chickens out. And I had a pretty good walk in spite of the biting flies that are so horrible here in the summer. You may wonder, how does he take these walks without being tormented by these flies? Well, the answer is sitting up on top of my head. Now, you may think that looks pretty strange, and most people do. But I'm going to explain to you how this strange looking hat has made our walks, which we take every morning, much more pleasant. Quite some time ago I read that these biting flies are attracted to dark colors, and especially blue. Well, that became an interesting fact, and I tried putting a blue cup on a stick and attached it to the mirrors of my old red Toyota, and I found that by putting some sticky material on it, that I could catch hundreds of these flies. Unfortunately, it didn't help us much on our walks because there was still hundreds more. So I'm going to head into the shop and I'm going to show you how we solved the problem of the Tennessee biting deer flies. Our first solution was this children's police helmet that I found at Walmart, upon which I attached a blue cup, and it worked very well for quite a few years, and I still use it occasionally. But the helmet was a little bit too small for my head. That led me to the Lowe's safety helmet. And I can't remember where I got this. I think I found it on a construction site that was left. It was cracked, left by a construction worker. I used some Velcro to attach a colored handkerchief that protects my neck from the flies. Now, we used to coat these hats totally with the coating that I'm going to show you, and that became quite a chore, scraping them flies off every so often and having to recoat the hat. Because look at this hat here, and look at the flies I've caught on here. This is simply twice that I walked the mile and a half down my driveway and back. Caught all those flies in simply 2 days. Now that cup will be ready to change out in about another 2 days. Now what's so simple about it is this cup just, where's my finger? There we go. This cup we just push up, it pops off, we throw it in the trash. Take another cup, simply a cheap, hefty, tall boy cup, and we coat it. Now, here's the secret. Here's the secret. The secret is this: Tangle Trap sticky coating from Tanglefoot. Now this quart size can, I ordered this online. This will last literally years on these hats. And I put it on with just an old paintbrush. And I don't have to show you how this is done because it's so simple, it's meaningless. But I'll show you what this sticky coating looks like. There it is. It is very, very sticky, as you can see. And we simply coat that on the cup, push the cup down on the cap, and our walks are ever so much more pleasant than they once were. My wife has found that she can walk just a few paces behind me with nothing more than a Harbor Freight electric fly swatter, and the hat attracts the majority of the flies. She only has to swat at a few of them. And so wearing the hat makes the walk much more pleasant for both of us. Now, one thing I need to point out is your attire. Now, I'm wearing a shirt today that's just a little bit too dark. It's much better if you wear a very light colored shirt, like a very light gray or a white shirt, because the flies are attracted to dark colors, and especially blue. Well, that's all, and I'll let you have one more look at the hat, and then we'll say goodbye. Here it is. The plastic cup that we initially used was just hot glued on there. And I'm going to try to find a smaller cup that the solo cup fits on better, but for now, this has been working fantastic. I've been using this now for 2 years. And it'll make your walks, if you have those biting deer flies where you live, it'll make your walks ever so more pleasant. Of course, your neighbors will all think you're nuts, but hey, who cares?